One of the main questions I get asked as a car accident attorney is, how do I get my car fixed? Some of the steps you need to do are initially you have to help the insurance determine liability. That means you have to help the insurance determine whose fault it was that caused the accident. A lot of times the insurance does not want to pay to fix your car. They're trying to save money. So they will try to say, maybe you're 10% at fault, maybe you're 20% at fault. But you have to help them decide whose fault it is, otherwise you're not going to fix your car. Secondly, you're going to have to figure out what kind of coverages you have. A lot of people don't realize that maybe they don't have renter's insurance on their policy. That means you can't get a rental car. But maybe the other person's insurance does have rental insurance, so you have to talk to their insurance as well. Gap insurance is a big thing. If you have a loan on your car, all too often people owe more on the car than the car's worth. So if the car gets totaled, it's very important to figure out your gap insurance and what coverage that is. Uninsured, underinsured, there's a facet of different insurance coverages, and in order to properly get your car fixed, you need to know exactly what those coverages are. One of the most important things also is figuring out what auto body shop you want to use to get your car fixed. Now, the insurance company is likely going to call you and say, hey, use this shop, use my preferred shop. That's typically not a very good idea. The insurance company, as mentioned before, their job is to pay as little as they can. They have these shops that they prefer because they're contracted with them to use aftermarket parts, to use these services that cost them less money to save the insurance company money. It's your right to choose whoever you want. You can use whatever body shop you want. So use somebody who is independent and credited. Best way to figure out who the best shops are is ask around. Look at online reviews. Also, it's very important to talk to an injury attorney or a car accident attorney, as that's what we do all day, is we work with auto body shops. So we can tell you who the best ones are, who's going to fix your car, and who's going to be unbiased. And lastly, probably the most important thing to do when dealing with getting your car fixed is make sure you do not sign any paperwork from the insurance company. You know, a lot of times they're going to try to sneak in a release for both the car and for the injury portion. They're two completely different things. So do not sign any paperwork for the injury portion when you are trying to resolve the property damage. Two completely different things. Really, if things get complicated with the property damage portion, that's the most simple processes in this whole ordeal of being in a car accident. It's probably wise to consult with a car accident attorney. They do this all day. The consultation's typically free. So I definitely would recommend that you give them a call. It will make your life a lot easier.